Okay, let's get at it.
Woo! Yay, hiking.
Why is he on the inside of my tent? Don't like waking up like that. Good morning. It is September 3rd, 2021. Day 94. So I just left the Allentown Shelter, where I camped for the night. Good place. Met up with a couple other SOBOs I haven't seen for a bit, so it was fun catching up about our misadventures in southern Maine. And now on the trail again. Got a 16.5 or so mile day today. The morning should be pretty good. As I go over to Balance Rock and Dan's Pulpit. And then for the afternoon, that's where the tough part of the day comes in. There's a big descent and then a big climb up to the Pinnacle and Pulpit Rocks. So that should be good. And then I'll end up, and I think it's like 16.6 miles according to the map, at Windsor Shelter. So that should be the day. And it looks to be another nice one. Should be in the low 70s most of the day and with sun. So hopefully a really good hiking day.
Good morning, folks. It's Friday, September 3rd. I don't know what day it is. JP will tell you. Doing my first woods hike in 3 weeks. We are hiking up the Tustin Mountain Trail in Tustin, New York. And it's not much of a trail compared to the AT, of course, but it does have roots, it does have water, it does have an incline. So for me, this is a good part of upping my road walking. Got 6.5 miles of the road walk in yesterday, and that was awesome. Felt pretty okay, so decided to add some incline and real trail today, and we'll see how it goes. Have a good day. That's the Delaware River down there. That's where I've been walking the last couple of weeks. It's not the AT, but it's still a nice trail, a nice view, and an opportunity to actually do some trail hiking instead of road walking. Now we're going to test our downhill skills for a little bit.
Okay, I've made it out to Balanced Rock Viewpoint, and it's quite a viewpoint. But will it be ungrateful, I guess, to admit I'm a little disappointed? Whoa! From the name, I was hoping there was going to be like a pile of rocks that were kind of balanced precariously or something. But it's just a viewpoint, a really, really nice viewpoint. Don't get me wrong. But I was expecting a cooler rock formation itself. But I guess not. I'll just take in the views. I'm approaching what's labeled as Dan's Pulpit. Looks like a nice fire ring here. This would be a rough stealth spot unless you're in a hammock. But definitely the fire ring and the little bench next to it would be awesome for hammocking right up here. Because, yeah, Dan's got a pretty nice pulpit here. Nice views. There is a lot of visibility today out over the farmlands of Pennsylvania. Let's come out to the pulpit itself. Do a little preaching from on high. Yep. Nice place. Well, now that I'm in Pennsylvania, I guess I should give my recap of the state of New Jersey. So let's see. It was a funny state. The first descent in the state was down into Vernon, New Jersey, which was a really steep descent, as I recall. Like, it was a tough climb down, a little bit because I ended up missing a turn and had to do a steep shortcut to get back on trail. But that was a tough down. Once in Vernon, okay, besides gorging myself on 6 hot dogs, which was a nice afternoon lunch or second lunch, there was a lot of actual field walking in New Jersey as well. So going along different pastures and things like that. So there were a lot of easy miles in New Jersey. Towards the southern part of the state, let's see, I guess there was a Sunrise Mountain. That was a nice climb up, and a nice pavilion at the top, or pagoda, I don't know what you call it, but a big covered area that I had lunch at. So that was nice. There was High Point State Park, which I'm still a little disappointed that the trail doesn't actually go to High Point, that it only goes to an observation point where you can look at the High Point Monument. So I never did take the side trail up to the monument itself, which was closed, so I couldn't climb it anyway. But High Point was nice. Then I had my day with all the rattlesnakes, except there were no actual snakes on trail. And finished with the climb down into Delaware Water Gap. So all in all, I didn't have any big complaints with Jersey. It was a good hiking state with a mix of good climbs and a lot of it mixed in with a lot of easy, almost pasture walking. Okay, that's New Jersey in a wrap up. See ya. I finished my long descent down into the valley, and after I make my way across this creek and all, I begin my long climb out of the valley. The nice part about it is, yeah, it's going to take probably most of the afternoon I'll be climbing, but none of it is that steep because it is so long. So it's probably a 5 or 6 mile climb. The bridge is a little sideways, but that's okay. At least it's a bridge. I'm not tromping through the creek itself, which is nice. Some nice tenting areas down here, which would probably be great since they're right on water. Nice flat spots. But not for me today. I'm headed to another shelter area up and over this next mountain. Figured I'd show a little of the trail as I'm climbing out of the valley, because it was almost like this for a few miles yesterday also, where it's a nice wide graded trail, which is awesome for hiking. I assume a lot of this section used to be old woods roads that are now converted into trail, and it just makes for some easier miles even when they're going uphill. So all the horror stories about Pennsylvania, I'm kind of happy so far. Well, the trail itself makes a little more sense right now. I just chatted with a couple game wardens who were riding along the trail on big ATVs, and Most of the area I've been walking in is part of the Pennsylvania game lands. And so they patrol it to make sure no one's poaching or hunting out of season or anything like that. And I actually just crossed what I'm on right now is actually private property that's kind of used in conjunction with the game lands, where they permit obviously hiking, as well as the private landowner permits hunting along these game lands. Let's see. And apparently this is part of the watershed as well. Quite the place. Okay, I'm gonna keep on moving and enjoy the access trails while I got them. But yes, white blaze, I am not cheating at all walking on these trails. Okay, well, I'm taking the side trail to the Pinnacle. Supposed to have great views out, so hopefully worth the extra distance I'm adding. And I'll just keep the camera on. I passed a lot of day hikers today, so we'll see how crowded it is out on the Pinnacle itself. Maybe I'll have caught it at a quiet time. We'll find out. Some kind of hawk soaring out there. Let's see if, oh, a couple of them. Let's keep going out. Yeah, those are some nice views out there. Maybe the best part is that I actually am alone out here. Got the Pinnacle to myself. All the day hikers must be headed down, which is why I saw them all on the way here. That is a really nice view from up here. Okay, I'm approaching end of day, so it's the last mile of day 94. Total will end up being 16.6 miles. Been a good day. The afternoon climbing is, or trail has been a lot harder than earlier in the day. So that was a change in trail type. But it's still been good trail, good hiking, great weather. So it's a good day. So this morning, yeah, was I guess Pulpit Rock, and there was Balanced Rock, and or Dan's Pulpit, I guess, was this morning. And the big descent and climb out of the valley. And then I had the Pinnacle and the Pulpit, which were both incredible views. So those were really nice views today across those 4 different locations. And now I'm just hiking on down the trail, and I will be setting up tent by the Windsor Furnace Shelter. That's the plan, and calling it a night. Okay, see you tomorrow. Okay, I am at the Windsor Furnace Shelter, and dear thru-hikers, enjoy this trail magic. And it's still cold. Bonus.